welcome back to my fragrance channel. If this is your first time tuning in, hello, my name is Julia and I love talking about fragrances and perfume on this channel. So if you're interested in that, please hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell to make sure you see all my uploads, and I would love to have you along. So today we're talking about super affordable fragrances for women. Last time I just filmed the video, the super affordable fragrances for men, $50 and under. So I'm doing now the female version or the female counterpart. So I've tried to keep them in the $50 range or less. And I'm just going off prices from online discounters because that is really where you're going to save the most money. I'm going to have them linked below if you want to try any of these scents out. And yeah, I mean, doesn't mean that just because you're spending less money on perfume that you can't smell great, because you absolutely can find wonderful fragrances in every price category, from like super affordable to super niche. So before we get started, I want to know from you, what is your favorite super affordable fragrance for women? Please leave that in the comments. Let's get a discussion going. I always love hearing your suggestions. Let's start with one of the absolute cheapest ones that I have here. And by cheap, I don't mean in a negative way. I just think like this is so good for the price, and that is the range by Elizabeth Arden. Now I have done a whole video about the green tea range specifically. So this is the Elizabeth Arden green tea range. So if you want to check out that video, I will try and remember to link it. You can see that. This comes obviously with the original, the Elizabeth Arden green tea eau de, I think it's an eau de toilette, and they have tons of flankers for it. So they release a new flanker every few years. This is one of my favorite ones from that range. It's the cucumber one. They just released a new one that is, I think, pear blossom. That one is very pear based. These are just a really great range to look into. They're so affordable. I mean, I'm talking about like $10. Sometimes you can find them for like $10 or less even on discounters. And they are really beautiful, fresh, citrusy, green fragrances. Like you definitely get that green tea vibe. There is definitely like a tea note in here that's very dominant, but each of the flankers have like different notes in them. So the green tea cucumber one is one that I really enjoy because it also has a really strong cucumber vibe. There's also a lot of citrusy elements in these fragrances. Another one I really like is the nectarine blossom, which has more of a peachy vibe. Another one I really enjoy is the tropical, the green tea tropical. I really like these fragrances for running quick errands where you're just like, oh, I have to run out the door, like I'm late and I just want to smell good, like, you know, just spray some on, or to the gym. These are the best gym fragrances, I think, because they are, yeah, so affordable. Like, who cares if you're just gonna spray it on if you're gonna sweat it off. They're not too overpowering. Like, you're not going to fill a whole room with these, and the longevity is not like super great, but you know what, at this price point, like just take it with you, touch up. You can also use this as a room spray if you want, but yeah, these are really nice, like super affordable fragrances. The next one is by Versace, and it is Versance. Sadly been discontinued, but I am going to mention it because you can still widely order this online on fragrance discounters and for an incredible price. Very green, citrusy, uplifting fragrance. I love this. There is also this very sweet, fruity element to it. There are some very sweet notes in here. I think pear is one of the main notes in here. Definitely a level of sweetness that kind of takes the edge off the citrus. So if you are not someone who like absolutely loves citrus scents, maybe this one is one that you could check out because there is quite a fruity, sweet element to this as well. And then you have this woodsy, sort of spicy base. So if you like something like Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche, if that's something that you enjoy, you would really enjoy this. Also, the longevity on this for being a citrusy, more fresher type of fragrance is incredible. Next, I have this one by Lalique. This is Amethyst. This is the original. Now, I know a lot of people have talked about this in the fragrance community, and I think Lalique is in general a really good brand to check out if you want beautiful French perfumery at super affordable prices. And the bottles from this brand are always stunning because they are actually originally a glass maker house. Like, they started off making glassware and then they ventured into perfumery. So all their perfumes are in super beautiful bottles for like the price. It's incredible what kind of packaging they produce. So they're all like really heavy with glass. They're all made with glass, and like this one is embossed, as you can see. And this is a really deep, rich berry scent. Oh, this is so good. If you like berries, this is like purple berries, all different kinds of purple berries. I think there's like boysenberry. And the only thing about this one, oh, this is so good. It's like fresh. There is a fresh element, like right when you spray it, you get this really strong, fresh, kind of pungent, peppery note almost. There is a pepper note in here as well. It's very, very beautiful. The only thing is that this, for some reason, this one does not have the best longevity because usually Lalique perfumes last really well on me. But what I found is that when you spray this on your clothes, longevity is like greatly increased. So when you put this on, just make sure you like spray it here, but then also spray it on your shirt or whatever. Another one that I actually would recommend from the Lalique range, I don't have it currently, is the Le Parfum, Lalique Le Parfum. And it's a beautiful, very interesting vanilla scent. But I actually don't have that, but that's another one that you could try. But this is the one that I'm going to recommend because I have the most experience with it. Next, I want to mention one by Rihanna. It is the ugliest bottle, I have to say, in my collection. I really do not like this bottle. This is the Rebel Fleur, but who cares? Like, I mean, if the scent is interesting and it's good, like, who cares about the bottle, right? So this one is one that is pretty unique for a celebrity fragrance. Like, I have nothing that smells like this. It is very rich and heady tuberose. There's also a coconut note in here. Very sweet element, but quite pungent. I would say this one, if you can, like, try and smell it before, if you can see it, if you can find it in a store, smell it first, because maybe some people don't like this. It's very intense. If you don't like tuberose, like, you probably won't like this. And the tuberose in here is almost kind of like a indolic tuberose. Like, it's kind of almost not animalic, but it's very, very pungent. And this would be a great evening scent. It's just a super interesting fragrance that I've never really smelled from like celebrity fragrances. They don't usually go in this direction. They're usually just very generic and sort of likable and uplifting and easy to wear. I don't want to say niche because it's not, but it's definitely more of an interesting combination that not everyone is going to love. But if you enjoy sort of more heavier, decadent fragrances, then check out Rebel Fleur. The next one I want to mention is by Bulgari, and it is from the Omnia range. Now this is another one that has been discontinued. You can still find this. This is the Omnia Paraiba. You can still find this on lots of discounters. For me, this is my favorite from the Omnia range because this is heavy on passion fruit. So if you like exotic passion fruit, oh, it also has a very strong, I think, gardenia note. Passion fruit, passion flower, and gardenia are the main notes, I think. And there's also, I think, this slight citrusy element. It's super fresh. I've seen a lot of the Omnia fragrances on discounters for really affordable prices. So if you can't find this particular one, which is the Paraiba, which is the passion fruit one, a lot of the other Omnias, I think, are also quite affordable on discounters. Another one I really like from the range is the Crystalline. That one has this very sort of watery, almost spa type of smell is how I describe it. It smells very airy. It's great in the summertime. This would be also great for the gym, but just if you like exotic smelling fruits, like passion fruit and stuff, if that's your thing, this is one to check out. Another affordable range to try is by Roberto Cavalli. A lot of his fragrances are actually very affordable from the Paradiso line. So the whole Paradiso line has a lot of great different types of scents. This is actually the Paradiso Azzurro. I feel like it's the most unique from that range because it has a very strong aquatic note to it. And aquatic, I think, are harder to find for women. They're a little bit more accessible for men, but this one has definitely like a water note. There's also a very strong cypress note in here. So it has this woodsy element to it. It kind of reminds me of like cypress trees standing close to the ocean or something like that. This aromatic vibe. There is lavender, I believe, in here. It's fresh without being super citrusy. Like if citrus is not your thing, but you still want to smell fresh and clean, this is a good one. I think this is gloss, but this part is plastic. Like it's a little bit tacky, but interesting also. I like it. It's like blue, kind of reminiscent that it's supposed to be like a watery aquatic scent by Dolce & Gabbana, and it is the L'Impératrice. This originally came out as an anthology series. It was like the number 3. They had a bunch of different numbers, and I think they discontinued most of them. This one I think was their most successful one, and it's the number 3. And I actually used to have this in my collection. I used to wear this. This is a really beautiful, fruity, fresh, very sweet fragrance. And the main thing you get from this are watermelon, kiwi, and rhubarb. So it's like a really fun, almost summery type of fragrance, but I think I used to wear this all the time, honestly, when I had it. If you like fruity scents, this is a really fun fragrance. I see this a little bit more for the younger crowd. I think that's why I don't see myself repurchasing this now. I don't think it really suits where I'm at in my fragrance journey right now, but it is one that I really enjoyed, and I cannot believe how affordable this fragrance was, because I think back then I actually purchased this full price, and I remember it being kind of a splurge, and now it's like available for so cheap. All right, and the last one I wanted to mention is actually by Calvin Klein, and I am thinking about adding this to my collection eventually. CK Into You for Her. This honestly smells like an orange creamsicle. It's kind of strange because I was looking at the notes and orange is not even really a note in here. The main citrus notes in here are the Sicilian bergamot and the grapefruit. But to me, I really get a strong orange note, like almost like a mandarin orange type of vibe from this. There is also a very prominent vanilla and amber note in here. The vanilla and this citrusy, orangey, grapefruit type of vibe is the main thing I get from this. And then the dry down is kind of a very sweet vanilla ambery base. So you get a lot of vanilla, you get the citrus. Daytime wear, I think this would be great for the office. I think it's again, one of those fragrances that a lot of people will just enjoy smelling on you. All right, so those are all my picks for super affordable fragrances. Remember to add your picks below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please just take that one moment to hit the like button and maybe share this video with some of your buddies. And I will see you guys very, very soon in my next video. Bye everyone.